Good day and welcome to 5-Minute Bible Stories, where we dissect, digest, and understand the Word of God. Today, we're looking at the devastating effects of jealousy. After Adam and Eve came their two sons, Cain and Abel. Cain, the firstborn, was a farmer, working the soil just like his father. Abel became a shepherd, tending the flocks. As time went on, both brothers decided to bring offerings to the Lord, an act of worship to acknowledge that everything comes from God. Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil. Notice the language. Some of the fruits, not the best, not the first, just some. It was an offering, but there's no sign of careful selection or real sacrifice. Abel, on the other hand, brought the fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. He brought the best, the choicest parts. Abel gave God his finest, an offering that truly cost him something, and the result. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering, he did not. God accepted Abel's sacrifice and rejected Cain's. Why? The book of Hebrews later explains that Abel's offering was better because it was offered by faith. His heart was in the right place. Cain's was rejected because his attitude was wrong. This rejection sent Cain into a rage. His face fell, and anger burned inside him. Why was his brother accepted and he wasn't? But instead of looking inward, instead of asking God what he did wrong, he let jealousy consume him. The Lord saw Cain's anger and spoke to him directly. "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast?" God gave him a chance to reflect, to turn things around. He then told him, "If you do what is right, will you not be accepted?" The path forward was clear. Do what is right. Bring the right offering with the right heart. But God also gave a serious warning. "But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." This is the first time the word sign appears in the Bible after the fall. God describes it as a predator, a wild animal waiting to pounce, waiting at the door of Cain's heart. Cain had a choice: rule over sin, or let sin rule over him. Sadly, Cain ignored the warning. He let sin take control. He said to his brother, "Let's go out to the field." It sounded innocent, but Cain had murder in his heart. While they were in the field, away from everyone, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. The first murder in human history. The ground Cain worked was now stained with his brother's blood. The Lord came to Cain and asked, "Where is your brother Abel?" God knew the answer, but he was giving Cain a chance to confess. Cain's response was a lie and an insult. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" He deflected, refusing to take responsibility, showing complete contempt. "Yes, Cain, you are your brother's keeper. We are all responsible for how we treat each other." The Lord responded, "What have you done? Listen. Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Abel's blood had a voice, demanding justice. Nothing is hidden from God. Then came the judgment. God cursed Cain, declaring that the very ground he worked would no longer yield crops for him. He would be a restless wanderer on the earth. His life was to become a living death, constantly moving, never finding rest. Cain cried out, "My punishment is more than I can bear." He feared for his life, knowing he was now vulnerable. But even in judgment, God showed a sliver of mercy. He put a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him, establishing that vengeance belongs to God alone. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. The name Nod literally means wandering, a constant reminder of his sin and punishment. Cain's story is a powerful tragedy of choices. God warned him, sin was at his door, and he needed to master it. But he didn't. His anger grew into jealousy, his jealousy into hatred, and his hatred into murder. This is how sin progresses. It starts small, a bitter thought, a jealous feeling, but if we don't deal with it, it consumes and destroys. Cain's other failure was his heart toward God. He went through the religious motions, but his heart wasn't right. God doesn't just want our offerings. He wants our hearts. Abel gave his best with faith. Cain gave leftovers with the wrong motives. and that made all the difference. Finally, Cain refused to take responsibility. He lied, he deflected, and he complained about his punishment instead of admitting his guilt. But you can't hide from God. Your sin will find you out. So let me ask you, what anger are you holding onto? What jealousy are you feeding? What sign is crouching at your door? God is warning you, just as he warned Cain. Rule over it before it rules over you. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more biblical truth that confronts sin and calls us to righteousness. Thanks for watching.